Welcome back to Failing Relationships on I Love a Mama's Boy. This is going to be our final installment of Mike, Steph, and Liz. Where we last left off, super awkward, we had Mike's mom, Liz, meet Steph's parents, and I'll tell you, it was hella awkward. Liz has a tendency to say things that she shouldn't really be saying, and she doesn't know how to navigate awkward situations. We also had Mike talk with Steph's dad and voice his concerns about not being ready to propose. That's exactly what a father wants to hear, his daughter's boyfriend having second thoughts about marriage.
Liz said that Mike told her that he's still trying to figure out if I'm the one. He has never said that to me. So to hear that for the first time at my parents' house was really shocking.
It's very awkward considering Mike has constantly reassured Steph that, hey, he does want to be in a relationship with her, he does want to develop the relationship, he's ready to propose. Now Mike's mom Liz has gone and spilled the tea and has told them that Mike is actually not sure if Steph is the right one, which is not looking good for Mike. Fast forward a few days, Steph has been staying with her parents, and also now she has decided to go to LA for a few weeks. Granted, she originally wanted to move to LA with Mike, and that was the original plan. At the end of season 1, that was what was decided, and they broke the news to Liz. But at the start of season 2, it turns out that they actually changed their minds. Mike went and bought a condo to start this family and build this relationship with Steph, but in actuality, it's purely just so that he could be closer to his mom. He's also holding her back from living her dream. So after all this crazy debacle with their parents, Steph has finally decided, hey, you know what? Fuck waiting for Mike. It's time for me to go and explore and see what's out there.
I need to know what I'm missing out on. I've been staying on the East Coast for Mike, but I'm taking this trip to LA for me and for me alone.
You owe it to yourself to live your best life, and if someone is holding you back, unfortunately, you gotta let them go. And if things work out, they'll work out. You gotta have faith in that process. So it's been a small amount of time now, and Steph is kind of just enjoying her time in LA and seeing what's going on, and now she's debriefing with one of her close work friends, Carly. Fingers crossed, I hope that this whole section is just not another shit talk thing, and saying that this is near the end of their relationship and things are getting a bit stressful, so I'm sure there are some new things that Steph would want to talk about in terms of reassuring her own mind and figuring out where she is at, both with her life and with this relationship with Mike, and she can hopefully get some clarity to see whether she really wants to stay in this relationship or she needs to move on and do things for herself.
I think Mike is holding Stephanie back because don't see her reaching her goals unless she comes to LA.
Right, I'm at a standstill, and everybody that I know in our industry that moves out here climb the ladder so much faster.
So basically what I'm getting from this entire talk is that Steph, throughout the years, she hasn't changed in terms of her values, her goals, and what she wants with the relationship and what she wants work-wise. And that's great, you know, you should never compromise who you are for someone else. However, Mike over the times has shifted his priorities a little bit due to the fact that his mom keeps whispering her opinions into their lives. I don't even know if this relationship is at a place where it can even have feet to stand on. I mean, I get that you're at an age where you're nearing your 30s and dating is going to become a lot more serious, and the person you date will more often than not end up being the person that you want to marry. So I get it's coming to that time, but some people aren't ready. You guys don't seem to have that much in common. But that's just my personal opinion. Obviously, there's a lot of behind the scenes that I don't know about and that I don't see. But from what I see at face value, I think you guys would be better off moving on.
I think Mike takes Stephanie for granted.
Stop letting Mike control the relationship.
I feel like this is all stemming from his mom overwhelming him and kind of forcing this on him. Feels like all of the problems in our relationship go back to Liz.
Just to further add to that point, to be honest, it goes both ways. I think it's both Mike and Liz that are the problem here in terms of the fact that they are almost too controlling in trying to manipulate the situation in their favor. They have that sort of selfishness exuding from them. Liz doesn't want to be separated from her son, and so she's going to do whatever it takes, say whatever she needs to in order to keep Mike from leaving. Mike, on the other hand, is also about the same. He doesn't want to leave Liz, but he also doesn't want to break up with Steph, and so he's going to do whatever it takes and say whatever he needs to say in order to keep Steph, I guess, in line and stop her from wanting to move to LA so that he's able to not only have a great wife, but also be able to be close to his mom. Mom knows best, right? Now she has to talk to Mike, see where he's at, break the news to him, and I know that it's not gonna go well. Considering Mike, I'm sure, will still want to stay at home with his mom. Honestly, Mike, do what's best for you. I think if finding someone who's gonna understand your situation and be willing to stay with you and your mom, that'd be great. But also, this is a great career opportunity for you too, to move to LA, and if Steph really is the girl of your dreams, then maybe you gotta suck it up and make it happen.
The real question is, do you miss me?
Of course I miss you.
I was honestly worried that you were going to say no because you were loving LA too much.
If you're in a committed relationship, of course they're going to miss you if you spend time apart. In saying that, the fact that he's saying he was worried that if she loves LA, she's not going to miss Mike. I mean, that's almost implanting the idea into Steph's head that if she leaves, she's not gonna want to stay with Mike. And they're not gonna try to make this relationship work, whether it's short-term long distance or long-term long distance, whatever it is. It's that manipulation and guilt tripping that makes Mike seem like the bad guy here. You can see the insecurity that's flowing from the guy.
It just feels like now that I'm here, it's like you miss me and you want to make this work more.
Steph, come on, babe. You know that's ridiculous.
It's somewhat true what she's saying. Like, when Steph is there around Mike, he acts like a bit of a douchebag. Always dismissing things that she says and validating her feelings. But again, when Steph isn't around, he misses her, he wants her to come back, he hopes that she does what she wants, but she'll eventually come back and stay with him and his mom. And sad to see that manipulative side. Maybe he just doesn't realize it himself, and he doesn't see or realize that the way he's speaking is manipulative to some sort of degree. I mean, he's probably learned that way of speaking through his mom, and his mom does actually talk just like that, always asserting their opinion over others, albeit in a very calm and collected and nice way.
Now I'm gone, so it's easier for him to say he misses me, but I'm not really seeing anything that proves that.
The actions speak louder than words. Saying you miss someone don't mean jack sometimes if you say it every day. He could easily fly over there for a day or two for a weekend and visit her, send her some flowers, some gifts, whatever it is, but show that you care and you're committed. I mean, it's 3 years into the relationship. You should be doing whatever you can to make things continue and make things work.
I know Steph wants to be in LA. I'm not an idiot.
Debatable. You're not an idiot sometimes.
Would you do this with me?
I love you so much, but I also don't necessarily need to pack up and go to LA.
That's what I need to know.
I'm so happy for you. I would never want you to be held back because of me.
It's a very black and white question. It's very easy. It's yes or no. Would you be willing to move? And Mike just knows how to talk and talk and talk his way around the answer, which is, again, like I was saying, the manipulative side of this. He's trying to get around saying no, he won't go, but by sugarcoating it. The truth is, I don't think Mike will ever truly deep down want to go until Steph is really gone, which is sad because that just proves that Mike is taking Steph's love and, commitment for granted.
Look at the position you're putting me in. Like, what am I supposed to do, babe?
I don't know if Mike understands my feelings. He's so wrapped up in his own world. I don't even want to do this anymore. Just give me a second.
He always reverts back to the whole, oh, look, you're putting me in this position. He's becoming the victim, essentially. Like, I'm not saying Steph's in the right or Mike's in the right every time. If you have two parties constantly trying to be the victim, then there's never really anyone wrong, and then everyone's always wrong, and then relationship will implode on itself. Someone needs to be the bigger person and take accountability, or at least both sides needs to take accountability for the things that they have said and done. Otherwise, this relationship ain't going nowhere. So Steph has now returned to Connecticut.
What are you doing?
Nothing really. What are you working on?
Just going through some emails and stuff. The usual.
Man, it has just as awkward as it has been. In fact, it's even more awkward. I don't even know how to explain this. It's uncomfortable to watch.
Mom's coming over for a little bit.
Cool. I just feel like you're kind of holding me back here.
You feel like I'm holding you back?
I think she's at the point of, I don't give a fuck no more. So she's got to say how she really feels, starting with the fact that she's admitting that she thinks that Mike is holding her back. It's very one-sided still. I mean, Steph very much wants this relationship to work out, and that's the whole reason of her going back to Connecticut. And Mike still hasn't shown any sign of developing his commitment to her in this relationship. Watch, I can tell he's just gonna get angry and get frustrated, and like Liv says, when he gets pushed, and he just pulls back. And I think he will pull back and do his classic move, the walkout.
I knew this was gonna happen when Steph got back from LA. It's like everything I have is between Connecticut and New York, so why would I leave? I got this condo because I wanted to be a little bit closer to my mom, but then—
So it's a grand gesture for your mom.
Wow, yeah, he just doxed himself as well. He just fully said the reason why he got this house was so that he could be closer to mom, even though he kept constantly telling Steph that it's for them. Well, can't tiptoe around that one anymore, Mike. You done fucked that one up.
My mom told me, make sure that I'm careful about what I do for the future because she's been through divorces. In my mind, don't get married. So you're the only person pulling for this.
Double doxed. Just said, my mom said this, and now I'm going to be doing that. Well, once in a while, you should probably listen to your own head instead of listening to what your mom has to say, dude.
I love Steph with all my heart. It has nothing to do with her. After all the hurt that I've seen my mom go through, I would rather take those couple years and be cautious and not regret it later on down the line.
Again, I said this in the previous video, and it's fine to take your time and wait and make sure things are alright, but where you're at in your relationship, when you've already talked about these things and more or less promised these things, you kind of dug yourself a hole that you can't get out of now. You can't be saying, oh, you want to wait a little bit longer to be safe. Like, I mean, it's been several years and you've already had those conversations about marriage. Like, why do you need to take a backpedal on it now? Why do you need to step back? And it shows that you weren't really ready from the jump. You weren't ready from the beginning, and it's very immature for you to just say things without thinking, bro. You're allowing experiences that your mom has had to affect your own decision making, which it's fine, you know, you can learn from someone else's mistakes, but it's actually more beneficial for you to learn from your own mistakes. You have to live life your way, make mistakes your way, and then through those mistakes you'll grow and you understand that you don't want to go through them again. Just because your mom had failed relationships doesn't mean you will. If you go at it with a half-assed attitude and a half-assed like effort, then it will end up failing. It's this doubt in your mind that will allow it to fail. If you don't go in 100%, then you're only going to get whatever percent you put in. If you put in 50% because, you know, you're just being cautious, then you're only going to get 50% out of that relationship. But if you go 100% and give it your all, I mean, 3 years in, you should be giving it 100% at this point, then you should expect 100% return in terms of love and commitment and loyalty from your partner. But it's falling apart. And we all know why that's happening.
We're 27 and we're in the most serious committed relationship. So like, I don't understand how this marriage thing is so crucial,
It would
right?
just be nice to see some commitment from you.
It seems that Mike is probably just getting comfortable. The fact that he's saying that we're in a very serious and committed relationship for 3 years, he must feel so comfortable that, you know, this relationship is strong, it's been a few years, we've built a solid foundation. But with that comes a certain comfortability and content. Steph sees potential change that needs to happen in order to progress her life and their life, and Mike doesn't want to see that change happen because either he's afraid and insecure about change within his life, or he's just comfortable where his relationship is at, which is why he hasn't talked about engagement or marriage or anything like that. And I'm not saying the best way to solve this problem is to propose, but like Steph says, yeah, you need to show some sort of commitment.
I've done everything to show Steph that I'm committed.
Not everything, but carry on.
Would you move to LA with me? I know.
just bought this.
And you can just sell it too.
I told you from the beginning, I'm not doing this without you. We're a team. I thought we committed to
Do
each
you
other.
understand how you sound right now? You're literally pressuring me, saying,
Do you hear how you sound right now? You're like totally pressuring me to like go to LA and drop everything here. Like, oh my god, what are you, like a dictator or something? Mom, help. This guy has an inability to take any accountability for any of the bullshit he says. But he's quick to point the finger.
I am going without you, but that means that our relationship is over.
you're gonna be mad at me no matter what. So you know what?
I'm not mad at you. Michael, I'm trying to have, can you sit? I'm trying to have a conversation
No,
with you.
I don't want to sit down and talk about what. So you can keep yelling at me while I'm trying to do my work.
No, Mom, I mean, Steph, I don't want to sit down. I'm a grown-ass man, Mom, Steph. Fuck. Just every episode, this dude is acting more and more like a man-child. Like, can you not just be a man and have a nice, civil, adult conversation with someone? I am baffled, bro.
I can't even feel happy or safe in this. Like I'm out, man. Like doing.
All
like,
I'm saying is that we need to talk about this as a couple.
Nah, we're good.
Oh, really? You're just gonna leave?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave.
Boom, the classic Mike move. The walkout.
Don't follow me. Like keep the cameras out. Like I'm good. I need a break. Good luck with your move.
What?
Dramatic, bro. And now to make things worse, now that Mike has left and Steph is alone in the condo, guess who decides to show up? Because she obviously has a key. Mama Liz.
Hi.
Hi, how are
Mike
you?
actually just left.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, why? Where is he?
Because, I don't know, he got mad at me and stormed out.
Damn, she was quick to disclose some issues there. My in-law or potential in-law, or whoever just walked in, I would just keep my mouth shut. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, we're good. Yeah, she just left. She'll be back.
I've never even been in a room with her without Mike around.
For me to talk to Stephanie one-on-one feels like there was something going on, and I want to know what happened.
Of course, your nosy ass wants to know what happened, but if Steph's not gonna tell you, I'm sure Mike will tell you later on. Eh? You can give advice, but just stay out of it.
What are you doing to prove that you're committed to me?
He bought this condo to be near me.
But do you feel like he should know by now if I'm the one?
I do, but then all of a sudden these new jobs came up, so other things might be put to the side.
Other things like your potential wife. There's ways to do these things without putting people to the side. Like, you can just shift your priorities a little and just delegate time for things. If the man truly cared and he was so passionate about all these extra jobs, and he would do the extra jobs and then at the end of it still find time and energy to at least send a message to Steph and be like, hey, what's up, what you doing, maybe we should get some dinner tonight, I'll pick you up. Just show a little bit of effort. Liz is not doing him any favors, constantly protecting him. Liz sees no wrong in Mike, and Steph is the problem here.
He's not an angry boy. He's not an angry child. He's just the type of kid that he's focused on one thing. So if someone is, trying to hold him back, he might get a little bit upset.
Wow, she really sounds like she's talking right out of her ass in that one. You've seen him get agitated with you as well. It just sounds like Liz is looking at Mike with rose-tinted glasses. She just can't see anything wrong with him.
His mom hates every girl he's ever dated. She truly believes that no one is good enough for her son.
I've always told Michael to be patient and take his time, but by putting pressure on him, that's actually working against her.
Hey, conversely speaking, you saying applying pressure about marriage is gonna push him away. You are applying a lot of pressure for him to take his time and to pull back and to step back. And it's not even applying pressure because he would just listen to everything you say instead. So this is the problem with Liz here. She doesn't take accountability for the fact that she is partially the reason for ruining this relationship.
You know where Michael is now? Are you okay?
Not really. I'm not going home, so if you want to come meet me.
Hey, honey.
Why is he looking all homeless and shit at the bar? So now, of course, Mike is going to be cheered up by his mommy Liz.
I'm very happy to be close to Michael because I know if he needs me anytime when he's upset, I can be there to comfort him.
That's kind of the issue here. He always has you to lean on, whether it be an emotional issue or a life issue. He always has someone to fall back to. And to be honest, if he moved to LA, he could still do that, but just do it over the phone.
I'm looking at a little boy all over again that maybe lost the basketball game, and it just breaks my heart. I want to just help him fix the problem.
So you see Liz as an enabler at this point because what she sees is a little boy that has lost a basketball game. But he's not a little boy. He's 27-year-old grown-ass man that can't make decisions on his own without his mom holding his hand. Tell me that is not a problem. Liz is enabling Mike to feel like and be this little boy that just can keep running back to his mom. It's not really helping him grow.
Steph gave me an ultimatum, and she's pressuring me to move to LA. But I just bought a condo in Connecticut, and she's basically saying it's either one or the other.
But the fact that you constantly keep saying that she's the problem here and she's at fault and she's making you move and this and that shows that you're not really listening and taking account to her thoughts and her opinions and her feelings and where she's at with this relationship and why she wants to leave. You're only concerned about your own problems and your own issues within the relationship. And yeah, you're hearing her out, but you're not taking it in and processing it and doing something about it. You're just hearing it and then covering it with your opinions and your problems. This is some main character syndrome, G.
Can't we get married at 30? Like, why does it have to be 27? Like, why right now? I don't understand. Like, our relationship is so good. Why are we putting a thing on it?
Well, see, you're not the one understanding things. A, your relationship isn't that great right now. B, it's not a matter of just being married at whatever age it is you are right now and why you can't wait a certain few years. The point that you're missing out on is that you're not showing any more commitment. And you thinking that the only way to do that is through proposing is your downfall, is that you don't understand that there are other ways to reassure someone that you actually still care and want to be in this relationship.
I believe there is somebody out there that would definitely accept Michael's relationship with me and how close we are.
So Mike has gotten a lot of things off his chest and he's got a lot of things to think about, and now Steph has decided that she needs to go and stay with her parents for a bit because right now where their relationship's at, being under the same roof, whew, tensions are rising. Space would be good for them. And of course, Steph's got no time to wait anymore. She's given Mike a billion chances, but Mike is too stubborn to understand where she's coming from. And so it's time for her to make the big move.
It definitely feels like our relationship is up in the air, but I am leaving that door open to see if Mike comes through and somehow decides to prove to me that he is the guy I fell in love with.
Wow, again, Steph's still providing Mike chances after chances after chances. Even though that she is planning to buy a one-way ticket to LA and move there for now, she's still keeping her heart open to think that maybe Mike will change his mind. How do you not realize how lucky you are, man?
I am all packed up.
My mom's calling me.
And of course, Mike answers.
Steph just walked out with a suitcase, as you can see.
Mike, Just like Liz, no filter, no grasp of their surroundings and social cues. Like, your girlfriend is obviously upset, she's packing her bags and she's gonna leave, and you decide to pick up a phone call from your mom. Is that not oversharing? Is that not involving your mom unnecessarily into your relationship?
Anyways, let me call you back, Mom. I love you.
Really?
I mean, really?
Was that necessary?
Yeah, I mean, like, how do you expect me to act?
Not pick up the phone while she's obviously not feeling great. It's an invasion of privacy both ways, is all I'm saying.
I don't want you to leave me.
Do you even see yourself proposing to me anytime soon?
Yeah.
Okay. Convincing.com, Mike. The pause of doom, bro. He's finally at least voicing his true thoughts, and it's that, yes, he doesn't want Steph to leave, and it shows that he is insecure about this whole thing. But he still fails to tell the truth completely every time. He's told his mom, he's told his friends, he's told Steph's parents that he is not ready to propose, yet still in front of Steph's face tells her that he will propose soon. How can you possibly say that you have plans to propose when you're doing nothing actively or proactively to show and reassure your girlfriend that that's your intention?
Maybe you need to feel my absence for the first time in 3 years to realize what you're missing. Hoping that this distance makes Mike realize what he wants in this life. I can't keep wasting my time and fooling myself.
Distance does make the heart yearn, so fingers crossed for your guys' sake that Mike does come to his senses and realizes that he has been taking this relationship for granted and he needs to step up.
If that's what you want so bad, if that's gonna make your life so much better, go to Cali. Like, what else can I say?
Also, another tip for you, bro. If you want to show that you're committed, instead of sounding like a petty, sad boy who doesn't know how to say goodbye, how about you show some support instead? Show that you support your girlfriend and her decisions in wanting to improve her life and improve and grow in her career, and be like, I'm happy for you and I hope you do well in LA, but I'm gonna stay here for a little bit, sort out all my shit with my new house and my mom, and maybe one day and soon I'll come over to visit and see what it's like and also try LA out for myself. But this dude just loves being a victim. He loves being a crybaby. Do you know why? It's because he's always been coddled by his mom. He's always been given what he wants from his mom, and he's too used to that. So it's been about a week since Steph left, and well, it's as she said. Mike, wow, couldn't even last a week, and he's already missing her and wants to be with her.
Steph's been gone in LA for about a week now. I've been doing a lot of reflecting. I'm starting to think that if I really want to save this relationship, I think I need to go out there.
Honestly, I'm happy for Mike that he's done some self-reflection and he's done some growing and that he actually wants to make the move. So now we move to the next scene where he's going to convince his mom, not necessarily convince, but more break the news to her that he is definitely going to go and pursue this relationship.
I've had some opportunities recently pop up in LA. Ironically, the way the universe works, once Steph gave me this ultimatum, a few new job opportunities popped up for me in LA.
It's sad that it requires all these opportunities to make you change your mind and not, the voice of your own partner to make you change your mind. But we're here now, and that's all that matters. And of course, we're going to be experiencing some sort of resistance from Liz. As a mom, you should support your child's decisions. I can already predict where there's going to be some guilt tripping and some master manipulation.
Really, I think you should think about your whole family is here. You love the city. Look at what a good time we have. I mean, we could meet here as many times as you want. When you go to the West Coast, we can't do that.
Oh, hell no!
Damn, she even hit him with the puppy dog eyes as well, bro. The fucking chin down eyes. Like, come on, I know that technique. God damn, Liz. This is your son. It's not like this is your fucking husband, bro. Like,
I think he's following Stephanie. That's the part that worries me.
But do you feel like our relationship will be affected at all?
I wouldn't see you as much, and I would miss you and your whole family. But that's what you want, and that's what you'll do.
I would never put my child in this position of, pressure. It just seems so selfish. When you have a child, should be focused primarily on making sure your child is ready for the world and doesn't need your support from you forever. I don't know, man. This is just hard to watch. I'm not saying she's a bad mother, but I think she can grow from this experience as well.
I feel it's very important that Michael and Stephanie have a little separation. This way they can actually see, do they really love each other when they're away?
I think separation between Mike and Liz will be good. Exact same point, to see if you guys are really gonna stay strong and love each other throughout the distance.
It's always been us.
I know. I'll just visit more.
Exactly. You can always visit. And maybe this is just me speaking from my own experience. When I was younger, I didn't spend too much time with my parents. Honestly, I kind of enjoyed the loneliness, and I think that's what's led me to be the kind of guy I am today. And I enjoy my time alone away from my parents. And don't get me wrong, I am a family guy. I love being with my family. But I also love my time alone, and I enjoy being alone because I love being with myself. And I get that not everyone has the same experiences that I do, but I guess that's why I'm saying this from my experience, and I think that the distance will really help with their relationship.
I know, I'll just miss you, but I'll just visit you, but I'm never, ever gonna hold you back. I never have.
Maybe not intentionally or never said it out loud. I wouldn't say you've necessarily never held him back, but okay. Let's carry on.
I was here for maybe a week when Mike called me telling me he wanted to talk. He can figure out a way to make the move for a job, but what about for our relationship?
Essentially what I was saying literally just moments ago. It took a job offer to convince Mike to want to move, but 3 years of Steph trying to convince him to move, and he doesn't want to move. It kind of shows his true colors and how he really feels about this relationship.
My mom's coming out to help me get settled in and hoping for the best.
Now, as you know, I love love, so I'm obviously rooting for you guys to work things out. But, of course, before Steph left, you guys are having a bit of a rocky situation. So, you know, Mike's got some work to do. And honestly, bringing your mom along isn't probably the best idea, but let's see how the trifecta reunion goes, eh?
In hindsight, I regret the way this all unfolded. So now that I am actually here, I can show her how committed I am to her. It's like my heart's telling me that LA is the place I need to be.
All this talk about regret and how you wish you could have done this better, this, that, like, it's great that you're showing these signs of self-reflection and you're growing as an adult and as a human. However, you're telling me you couldn't have said or done any of these things for Steph, like told her to her face that you're feeling these regrets and feeling this type of way. It's like you don't know how to speak to your own girlfriend. I don't understand. That's probably why your relationship ended up where it's at.
I honestly have no idea where Steph and I stand at the moment. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't completely nervous.
Brother, I'm nervous for you.
I'm home! And look who I brought with me.
What is happening?
How perfect.
You're perfect for you. Not so much for everyone else in the room.
This is our relationship in a nutshell. Liz, you're in LA.
I know, I had to come check on my son.
Is this real?
Wherever he is, I have to end up being. You know, I have to check on him.
God, she's so awkward. You didn't have to say you're gonna check on him twice in a row.
He's just the dream son. He's just the best son you could ever have.
Yep, dream son, greatest son. Probably not the greatest boyfriend though.
Feels like the universe is bringing us back together.
Yeah.
It also makes me nervous that if we go back to living together again, I'm just saying.
Only been like a week and a bit, and already Mike has crept his way back into her life. And I know they're trying to work things out, but I know she's also trying to be cautious. She's saying that maybe living together again with Mike might not be the best idea because it can be a reoccurring cycle of the toxicity that they were experiencing near the end of their relationship. And again, like I was saying, I feel like Mike is trying to just slightly manipulate his way back into her life. You know, it's his way or no way. You know, he wants to live with her again. He wants to be in LA with her. You're doing the thing that I'm telling you to do that you're not doing, which is not only listening to what she wants and needs, but processing it and making it happen. You're still just wanting things to go your way, and that's not how a relationship's gonna work. There's gotta be some sort of compromise.
I feel like if we're out here but not living together, then like that'll probably
That could help.
It just breaks my mom's heart, but I support your goals no matter what.
Damn, you're gonna bring your mom into this? There's no point in me being in LA, but I'm staying in LA because I want to make this thing work, and it's gonna break my mom's heart. You gonna be the one to break my mom's heart? Huh, Steph? Keep this between you two. Like Steph says, this is your relationship in a nutshell because you constantly bring your mom to everything. It's okay for your mom to be around here and there, but not all the damn time.
He wants to be with Steph. I want him to be happy with Steph.
I thought that our relationship was over. I'm starting to see a little glimmer of hope. It's crazy.
Shit was crazy, man. That's for sure. You can say that again. Look, I am so happy that, you know, there's a potential for your relationship to work out and that you guys are headed towards the right direction. It's going to take some time, but it's not impossible. And fingers crossed things do work out. Unfortunately, this is the last time we do see Mike and Steph on I Love a Mama's Boy. They don't make it through to the next season. So we got to do a little bit of digging. And based on their Instagram, I mean, they don't feature on each other's Instagram anymore, and it seems Mike has a new girlfriend. Read a post that was posted a year ago, which, to be honest, recent enough for me. And the cycle for Mike and his mom starts over again. New girl run into the exact same problems as Steph, and I'm glad she escaped them. Well, it seems that the internet has a unanimous decision and opinion on Mike and his red flags and his mom, and I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Of course, I'm sure they're working on their issues and trying to be better as people themselves, but hey, I'm just happy everyone's happy. I'm glad Steph has now, you know, found her way in LA and she's probably living her best life, and I'm glad Mike has, you know, moved on and realized that it's not the be-all and end-all if you break up with someone. And to this new girlfriend of Mike's, I'm not gonna dive too deep into it. If you guys want to look it up, you're more than welcome to. The Instagrams are public. Good luck, and I hope you're okay with the way Mike is as a mama's boy. Being close to family is never a bad thing, but there is a line you don't want to cross. But anyway, that is our second complete wrap up of another mama's boy, Mike. I hope you guys have enjoyed this journey with me. I sure have had a lot of fun doing it. If you enjoyed these videos, make sure you leave a like, share it to someone, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe, and I'm going to do my absolute best to provide the best content for you guys. Much love as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Say she feeling horny. Don't lie, say it straight. I know you want me, girl. Said I know you want me. Don't lie, feel this tension between us burning up. Called you up, I know it's 3 in the morning.